Good morning to each and every one of you, and happy Independence Day. Welcome all of you to the another new episode of Stories That Impact Your Career. And today is going to be a little bit new perspective for this save. And the main reason for this new perspective is whenever I used to do or interact with the college graduates or the graduates who just about to start their IT career, one of the main struggle area what they used to share almost daily basis. I used to ask what exactly one of the main thing you guys think that it's just stopping you to be into the career other than the technical part or the skill part. So one of the main thing related to the skills, how to behave, how to just while giving interview, what we should do, not do, and n number of related non-technical question. So today we are going to have special guest in this special day, and she used to just guide the professionals, not only students or college students or just the. So she is just in this area helping all of us what exactly etiquette we should be following, what particular means the way we should at least speak and related that non-technical skill a lot. Okay, so let me welcome the new guest. Let me first add her into the screen. Okay, so Kruti SHAH, she is Image and Etiquette Coach, and she will be just giving a little bit idea of what we should be doing, how that. So welcome, Kruti, in our show. Ultimate to start with, I would like to just give give you a small intro, and then I'll just come with the basic question. Yeah, Kruti.
Good morning, everybody, and happy 75th Independence Day to everybody. Upendra, to you also. And it's a wonderful morning. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to address and talk to all the young people out there who are seeking to skyrocket their career and professional life. Thank you for all that you're doing. And I'm really excited and looking forward to sharing my experience, my story, and all that I have to offer in the area of image, etiquette, communication skills, body language, and so many other things that I do for my global clients. Thank you for having, and I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Okay, great. Thank you. And yeah, to start with, Kruti, the story start because we are just here in the show stories that impact career. So to start with, what exactly you do and little bit about your struggle. Okay, so let's just give little intro so our viewer can just understand what exactly Kruti is doing, and then your yeah.
The moment you step out of your home, people start judging you. The way you walk, the way you look at other people, the way you are self groomed, your hairstyle, your grooming, whether you're shaved or not, for girls also, if they're dressed well or not, how you're walking, the way you have dressed, the shoes that you're wearing, the bag that you're carrying, and most importantly, the way you treat other people, how you're treating other people, especially the people who are helping us, like helpers and our watchman and a waiter in the hotel, how you treat other people. People are watching you and making judgment about you. Whether you like it or not, some impression is being put onto others. Now, either that can be negative or positive, but it is happening. And if it is the positive one, You are creating positive impression. People like you then, and people like to talk to you, and they would like to do business with you or hire you. So you are creating some amount of impression constantly, whether you like it or not, and it has to be a positive one so that we open doors for bigger opportunities and bigger perspectives, bigger prospects in life. And that is why the way you appear, the way you dress up, the way you talk, the how mannerful you are, what etiquettes you follow, what is your attitude towards life, everything is shown. Your level of education, your background, everything people can make judgment about. And the moment you step out, you're being judged. We spoke about that. And the first 12 inches and the first 12 steps we take and the first 12 words we speak is called the 12-12-12 formula, which is what is described by social scientists, that people are making judgment about you no matter what. And that is why it is important to not take your image lightly. And that's where my expertise are, to help people build their positive image and help them grow in their personal life as well in their professional life. And that's what Kruti SHAH does. Image, etiquette, communication skills, body language, global mindset skills, and a lot of other things that help you elevate your image, create positive and everlasting impression onto others. That's what Kruti SHAH is.
Wow, that is small, crisp, and yeah, at least I got the much more clear idea what exactly you are doing. That is really great. Yeah, so next, Kruti, normally to start with, what happened? A handful of guys used to come saying a lot of struggle they are into right now before just getting into job, or just so what message you want to just give to start with? They are starting, but they are thinking that I'm only person who is struggling it. So be in it, non-it, everywhere, even in your area. So little bit your thing, because you definitely overcome and come long way in this. So any that moment, that particular thing you want to share. So ultimately the message should go, it's not new, we all have to go through it. And yeah, start with this one.
Absolutely, Upendra. I would love to share my struggles and why I am the way I am today, and why people and corporate and global clients want to hire me. There's something I've done what other people haven't done. To start with, I would like to tell you a small gist about this story. Have you seen the herd of sheeps uh, going on blocking the way on the road? Most of the time it's shown in Hindi movies. The car is honking and the herd of sheep have blocked the roads, and there are hundreds of sheep walking, going, and there's one shepherd manning them.
True.
And so then the car is honking, it's stuck, and then the shepherd realizes that he has blocked the way. And so what he does is he put the first sheep into some direction so that all the other sheep follow him. You see, the first sheep where it goes, all the other sheep follow him. That's how I was. Herd mentality or mob mentality. Everybody told me, okay, do BCom, it's good. You're a Gujarati community, BCom is good for you. So do the BCom. Okay. Now, during that time, the job market had opened up. It was a boom, and people said, okay, do this secretarial job, it's good because it's in. Okay, so I also did the secretarial job. And then people said, get into another corporate. So I got into another corporate and gave interviews and switched my jobs. Sometimes I switched it very often, sometimes a little longer. I just did what everybody said and everybody was doing, not realizing that I also have my own passion. I have my own set of skills that can be good for something that I love to do. I never realized that. I was also like that. Like everybody else told me to do this, so I did that. So we all become like that at some point of time. But the day you realize that you are unique, your skills are unique, and you have a you've been made for something, then do that. Do not give up on your calling. And if you have something in mind, follow that. And now we have so many other platforms to help, like you are doing. It's easier than it was those days. Anyways, these days have other challenges, and those days had other challenges. So uh, I picked up from there, and I realized at some point of time, then this is not what I want to do. And that is the time I knew my calling inside somewhere, but I never heard its voice, because the voice of others was getting more importance. The day I realized my voice is more important, that is the time I took steps to become an image consultant. And of course, it was not easy.
Yeah.
So
So
12
yeah,
years.
so let me stop you here for a second, Kruti. Yeah, so that is the same thing I came across with a lot of professionals coming that, okay, suppose I want to build my career in data science. I used to ask, why data science? Why not everybody is doing? So yeah, coming to that same thing, what you are explaining, definitely it's not that easy because everybody is doing. Let's do what you already said, right? So what one point or a couple of point you can just, because this is the common challenges all the professionals to start with their career are facing. So what was the mind thought means what was your thought on that, and what you did it to just overcome and just start following so-called your passion, what you are saying? So can you just give a little bit on that?
Yes, the day I realized that my inner voice was more important, then I made up my mind. I made up my mind, but the circumstances were not still made, and that took a little bit of effort. In fact, a lot of effort. And this will happen with everybody. Everybody who is successful has gone through this, because it's not easy to follow your inner voice. It is not easy to achieve something that other people have not achieved. So after the 12 years of a corporate career, I switched many jobs, I switched many industries, and then I got married, and then I was again working for one of the corporates, one of the insurance broking company, into data and research. And then I took a break for family reasons. And then, because during those break period, I had enough time. I do read a lot, so I kept reading books of my interest, and that is the time I self introspected. Now, self introspection is important to reach and do what you like. So I did a self introspection, and now I know these are my set of skills, this is my passion, and this is what I can do. And in 12 years of corporate career, this is what experience I have. I was doing business development most of the time and corporate sales, so I have a flair. I've done training before, I've trained bank people. So, and put together all these skills, I would make a great image consultant. So I went out there, and I know now I'm going to be an image consultant. I have a young family, but becoming an image consultant is not easy. First of all, you need to complete certain level of professional course, and making an image consultant course is very, very expensive, is what I realized. So I went and checked out a couple of institutes, and it was like 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs. I was like, whoa. At this point of time, that was a lot of money. At that point of time, it was. So I put forward the idea. Maybe some other time. Not this is maybe this is not the right time. Maybe I'll just figure out there must be some other ways or something else to do. And then I had another baby. I had two daughters now, and after some time I realized I should now get back to my career, because both of them are quite old enough to be on their own a little bit with the, so I can leave them at home. Now is when I decided now I can take up a career. And when I went out there, it was again not easy. The prices had increased even more after 3 years. And now the money that I had already had also had gone, become a little lesser than what I already had. And I didn't know what to do. But all I knew is I will make a good image consultant because this is what I know I can do best. So I looked for a mentor. There was one mentor in Andheri. I went and met her. I said, "Look, this is my budget, and I'm desperate to become an image consultant, and these are my skills. Will you help me?" And she was very kind. She said, "Of course, we will do the image consulting course with you. We'll do apprenticeship and mentorship. I took for 6 months. I did worked under her for 6 months, and that was a kickstart for my career. And I started with training teenagers and doing corporate workshops for business etiquette, email etiquette, and grooming. And I started off with that. It was not easy again, bringing corporate clients and talking to them. It was not easy, but it happened slowly. And then there was a moment where I had to decide whether to take up this next step in my career or not. And because I used to watch a lot of Gloria Star videos on etiquette, grooming, image, and I brought her book online, and I happened to interact with her through emails. That is when, during those time, the pandemic got struck, and I didn't know now what to do, whether online it will work or not. I have spent quite amount of money, effort becoming an image consultant, and pandemic is here, and I was so doubtful. I was the vision was really blurred. What is going to happen now? I didn't know. And there were some clients who had already paid, but we didn't know where to take or how to conduct the sessions, whether it will work online. Nobody knew because we had not done online consulting before that. But then we started with one session, we started with other session, and I took mentorship of my international mentor, Gloria Star, who is the number one top image consultant in the world. And then that is when I started getting flair for global mindset skills. And during that time, I also met with my partner in the Netherlands, and they trained me for global mindset skills. And now I have a collaboration with a company in the Netherlands called Protocol Today, and we train 5 days masterclass for global mindset skills. So I am a global mindset trainer, and I just took up everything. All the opportunities came, and I said yes. I said yes. And it was not easy because you need to have that mindset to create that kind of impression, talk to them and train them. But it happened. It happened slowly. And I was determined. I had a flair, good, and my strengths. I built up on my strengths, that is public speaking, communication, and my passion for etiquette and image training. And
That
I
is,
said yes. So
yeah.
the
So
key is say yes to opportunities, and don't worry what will happen further. You will figure out your way. But the attitude should be to take up that opportunity and say yes to the opportunities. So
okay.
I said yes, and that's where I am here today.
Great, great, Miss. It's really very impactful, and whoever is just watching this, so they are getting insight. Thing what exactly. I mean, so we used to think before coming to now. Just coming, I'm just taking you a little bit back in the story what you were sharing, because see that is it's a really very challenging for all of us to make one decision before going searching and taking the final decision. Lot of if but lot of chatter used to be there in our mind. Same thing happened with a handful of professionals coming to us or me saying that sir what to do these options. And what I just uh, realize that they are somehow confused what to do, what not to do. So, what advice on that area? Because they have to take some action. You already spend or invest rather a lot of money on your the skills, right? So, what advice you would like to give to those professionals who are just choosing any professional's course? What few pointer as per you they should be looking before making final decision?
Yes. It's a very interesting and need of an hour question, Upendra. Thank you for asking that question. And because there is lot to do now. There's so many courses around, so many things happening, so many things flashing on your screens, advertisements, this course, that course. And for young people, it is really difficult to make those choices, and they need that help. That help is a must right now, and they should seek out. I'm sorry, to professionals. There are professionals out there like you who help. And before that, before going and meeting a right professional, a right mentor who can guide them, they need to go prepared to that mentor. How do you prepare before finding a mentor? Sit down with your diary and start writing. Start writing what is that you are good at, and what is that you want to improve upon. What is that you're currently doing? Do you like it or not? Do you enjoy it or not? And what is there in your mind? How are you going to see yourself in the next 3 years? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? And where do you see yourself in next 10 years? Write it down, and then you will get a clear picture about what you want to do. At least you know now that this is what I feel I can do, and this is what I imagine myself to be. And then the mentor can help you out exactly where to put you into, what skills you require. So mentors are out there to help, but then before that, you need to help yourself and figure out what you want. So the simple ways to figure out, I ask them to do is write down how you see yourself in next 3 years, how you see yourself in next 5 years, and where you see yourself in next 10 years. And then, of course, go meet mentors and find out what they have to suggest.
Okay. So yeah, the back to back, the same question, a little bit different way. Yes, you said that you have to find out a mentor, and we will be getting what n number of names coming on that area, right? How to do research before, because maybe there are not one, two, there are many, right? So how we are going to make decision this mentor is good for me, or what should be the basic check or pre-check we should be just doing before making even the next step, meeting them or just talking to them? Any one or two pointer before
Yeah.
we should invest should be researched.
Yes. So I'll tell you what I did. So I was following Gloria Starr's videos online and learning etiquette from her videos. And I thought before that also I did a lot of research on internet. I used to follow many people, but I found Gloria Starr the best. So I followed her etiquette videos. And then the day I received email from her, I was like, wow, Gloria Starr emailed me. And then we interacted. I signed up a contract with her for mentorship. So basically, it is where you want to go, and only that mentor whom you have seen or can help you out to achieve those goals will be able to help you achieve that. So you should do a little bit of research and talk to them. Talk to mentors. If you have a shortlisted 3 or 4, you should talk to them, figure out, tell them clearly what are your expectations and where do you see yourself, what are the skills you want, and you should then speak to mentors. But mentorship is important. And why I scaled my global business in pandemic, it's because of the right mentorship. I skyrocketed my global business. There are 40% of the clients who the people who visit my profile are from other countries, and it was because of the proper guidance that I got from my mentors. So in current situation where there are too many things happening, and we don't have years to sit down and experience it ourselves and figure out, this is not the time. This is the time to take action and start off with what you want to do. And only mentors can help you do that. And that is why mentors are important. And you should have a best of the mentor of the industry. And
Wow,
you're doing
yes.
great. You're doing great, Upendra.
Yeah, so on that, let me conclude what exactly the last 10 minute approx we discussed. So what gist I got, and this advice is to all of the students, professionals who are struggling to make decision. Okay, so as per Kruti's suggestion, we have to do some research, and all the data are already available nowadays. Do research, put your whatever question, whatever is there in your mind, just have a note and talk to them. Maybe you think, okay, one, two, three, four, they are good for you. Talk to them and then make final decisions. So in one liner, you have to do research and make any decision. Now, Kruti, coming to the next part, how this, I know a little bit idea you gave to start with this. Suppose I'm a professional having around 3 to 4 years in industry. That industry for me, it's the IT, and I'm just focusing mainly right now on the any professional. Okay, though I'm into IT, but this is applicable to each and every area. Okay, so from the technical area, it's okay, whatever we are doing, maybe IT, maybe or whatever related programming, this, that. But what to just build my image, okay, as per your expertise, people like me, age group, maybe you can just take 20 to 30. Yeah, just that is the maximum range for me. So what advice you are going to just give to them, what they should be start working on as far as the image, etiquette, and whatever these area, non-technical area, they should have to just flourish in
Yeah.
their career.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this. Regardless of whether it is technical, non-technical, any area, or professional. So there are 10 people out there waiting for their turn of interview for this nice big packaged job. 10 people waiting out there for the interview and waiting to give their best interview in next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes. And imagine yourself sitting there in that queue of 10 people. You're one of them. So, what is that you're going to make the best of that situation for yourself? You don't want to give away anything, you don't want to leave any stone unturned because that is the job you want to crack, and that is why you are there, and there are other 9 people waiting in the queue. Why should the HR or the interviewer even hire you or even invite you inside the room? Or why should he even talk to you? There has to be something edgy, there has to be something extra that you are offering other than your technical skills and other than the skills that you have developed over the years, which has brought you to the interview. But the moment you enter into the room for interview, when your turn comes up, he's going to see you, the way you walk, the way you talk, whether you're dressed appropriately for the interview or not. Are your clothes neatly pressed? Have you been well groomed or not? Is your hair neatly combed? Are you smelling good or not? Very important, Upendra. If the interviewer is judging you right away, the way he sees you, because he doesn't know you yet, what he is judging you is the way you have appeared, the way you spoke those first few words, and the way you walked into your room, the way you're sitting, your posture. You're slouching, it means that you're not confident. And if you are holding your up head high, which means you're displaying too much of authority. And that's why your chin level should be your floor level. These are the things you should keep in mind. Your hand gestures, if you're fidgeting with a phone or something, which means some other person knows that maybe you are nervous. If you're doing like this, which means maybe you might be lying, this is also one of the things. So take care of your hand gestures. Don't give away anything that you don't mean to. Don't give away anything, because see, you're in a competition with nine other people who may be one or two level a little more extra than you, but how are you going to make that for yourself is important. So the way you appear, the way you talk, the way you portray yourself, your attitude when you're talking. Are you positive minded? Are you solution oriented? Are you proactive? Everything counts, everything counts. And that is where I help young people how to prepare for an interview. We do a lot of mock interviews, and the common questions that are asked: are you well prepared? Did you arrive before the time? Did you smile and spoke nicely to the person at the reception? Did you greet the receptionist well? Everything counts. Everything is making an impression. The first person usually comes is an HR assistant who will do the paperwork for you before you enter. Are you being nice to that lady? Everything is counting, everything is being seen. And when you go and arrive there before the interview, do a little bit of networking, find out what are the other person in there, try to converse with other people around who are also waiting for their turn. All these things matter. I help my clients, young clients, do this. And public speaking is not just that you're capable to talk, it's more than that. Are you using compelling words? Are you using the words that are appropriate and making an impact for you? And in the presentation, also, how your presentation should be. Too much of matter in presentation is not a good presentation. So use relevant pictures, videos, stories, examples, facts. That is the nice presentation. And your hand gestures we spoke about is very, very important. Apart from that, we spoke about attitude. Attitude is, are you solution oriented? I see a lot of young people come with complaints that this and that is not working. I don't like here. Singapore is better. Oh, I mean, get out of that. Make this country better for yourself. Take charge of your own surroundings. It's time that you take charge about yourself, the way you speak and talk, behave. Take charge about your people and your surrounding and nation at large. Talk about that, have that kind of mentality.
Wow, that is really great, insightful. Means for me also, yeah, so many things we used to take care of before interview. That was really now. Suppose I'm 26-year-old and I need guidance from you, right? So, what process you are following, or people like me, if you want to just reach you for the grooming and whatever basic skills you were just talking about. So, what should I do? Means what is the process? Just it will be great if you can just give some
Yes.
bullet point. Yeah.
So a lot of young people come to me. I have this program very successfully running, and it says Young Star Plus program. And why it is Young Star Plus? Because it is loaded. It's loaded with a lot of good things. First and foremost thing I work on them is building emotional resilience.
No.
Emotional intelligent or EQ or CQ or so many names now. but it is important. Or even people skills, it is called. It is no more an additional skill, it is a way of life. You should have and know the skills to behave, interact, and have the acceptability of the difference of opinion and work towards this common goal that we all are working towards. So I am a person, and I have I was brought up in certain amount of environment. I come from different area, which is different from another person. I talk a different language. I eat a different kind of food. Maybe my clothing style is different than others, but when it comes to interview or profession or where we are working towards a common goal, we all have differences, but we work towards a common agenda, and that should be our own focus. So our ability to work together with different culture, people of different culture, is what builds us emotionally stronger. So we are different, but we are one. We are different, but we are one. This mentality we should have, and then we can build on our people skills, like how to deal with difficult person, difficult situation, stress, rejections, heartbreaks. Also, how do you deal with that? Once you become emotionally resilient. So once you how do you become emotionally resilient? By being emotionally aware that I am different. I have certain sets of likes and dislikes, and he is a different person. He is also having certain sets of likes and dislikes, and we respect that difference, and that is why we work in harmony. Number one, emotional intelligence or emotional resilience is what I call, is the main subject that I teach before I teach etiquette, manners, grooming. Because if you're emotionally resilient, then you build an attitude to make yourself better. Not only yourself, but you will start giving importance to other people's liking. You will respect the difference between us. So I talk about at a global level about the difference of opinions, but it is also important that at a city level or a regional level or a country level, India is so diverse. We come from different places and work together, and when we understand that we are different, but we are working towards one common goal, then we start respecting each other, and it's much more easier to work with people from different cultures, backgrounds, and difference of opinion, also from different genders and different age groups. Young people have a different perspective, a 40 plus will have a different perspective, a 50 plus will have a different perspective. But accept that we are different, then it becomes easier to deal with people. Emotional resilience. Secondly, being proactive and not reactive. So I give a lot of examples of proactive and reactive. So one person reached interview late, and the interviewer said, "You are late, and I will not interview you." And then he starts, "Oh no, ma, I came like this. I woke up really late. I had this problem. The car splashed water. The this happened, that happened." So then why? But why you're blaming everybody? Stop blaming other people for not showing up on time. Take responsibility and apologize and request. Take next step. So reactive people will get stuck into what happened. A proactive person, okay, I'm late, I know, I'm sorry, but I have these many skills, and I was interviewed or selected for this interview so for certain purpose, and I request you to give me another chance. It was just a bad day for me. So don't get stuck in the past or what happened or didn't work. Look forward, find solution, and accept that there was a problem and move forward. Don't sit down and keep explaining. Don't People have no time to listen to your explains. People want to know what you have to offer. So even if you're late for the interview for some unavoidable circumstances, stop blaming those circumstances. Accept that you're late and find what else you can do to control that damage. So you still met the interviewer, it's an opportunity. You still have opportunity to apologize, take that opportunity. You still have uh, you still are talking to that person who you wanted to meet. So make the best out of it. See, gauge the situation and see what you can do to at least get him to talk to you and give another date or do something else. That opportunity you still have, and make the best of that rather than getting stuck in the past. Is number 2, being proactive and not reactive. Number 3, act, take action. So you have figured out a mentor, you have now you are very clear what you want to do. But if you don't act, it's not going to fetch results. So taking an action is important. And this is what I see we lag a lot of time. Take that action. If you don't take action, then somebody will act for you. So somebody will hire you for their purpose and their goal, which may not be what you wanted to do. So either act, take actions. You have done the research, you know where to go, you found a mentor, you know you want to do this in this field, this is your job in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. And then do what is required to achieve that. Talk to mentors, figure out what is the next step, and do that step. If you don't take step, it is not achieving results for you. Taking action is important, else you will be acted upon. Somebody else will hire you for their goals, and your goals will remain with you. So taking action is important.
Okay.
And
Right.
then learn new skills every time. Learning should not stop. No stopping on learning. Every time learn new skills, whether it is related to your technical skills. Read books, talk to mentors. You can have more mentors if you require. That is going to give you edge. So at a certain point of time, I had hired 3 mentors.
Wow. So it's a power of mentor. I can just visualize right now what you are just suggesting. And same thing, it's happened with me. The mentor used to just give us different level of every means business, personal growth everywhere. So that's really a great insight. Now, suppose here I'm just coming to again the professional's point of view who are just getting into job or about to get into job. Again, the college to corporate, what exactly? So suppose I just passed out. I am going for interview, and today evening, that means from 3 I have scheduled interview. So what are the basic few point you would like to advise me before facing interview or interviewer? It will be great because this thing is common for every students or professionals also. So any advice on that?
Um First and foremost thing that you should know uh, to prepare for the interview is the preparation starts the moment you know you are going to appear for the interview. And if you're out of college, you need to practice a lot and prepare it much advance. Create that mindset that you are going to appear for the interview and prepare well. How do you prepare? First of all, read about that company as much as you can.
Okay.
If you know somebody in the company, talk to them what is the culture and what they expect from their employees, and what are the other growth opportunities, and general information if you can gather, that is going to help you. Also, do some research about all the projects that you have done, so that you can talk more about the work that you have done, and do the research about your skills. What you have studied in the college can be a little outdated. So world is changing faster, and every now and then there is new additions in every field. So stay updated with that. when you face the interview. Stay updated with your industry news, with the company news, and overall also build your knowledge over current affairs a little bit. That will give you an extra edge to talk anything that you have not expected in the interview. You're still prepared for that. Number one. Number two, prepare for the questions that you know will come up in the interview. Number one is, tell me about yourself.
Like,
It's the same old question which everybody is going to ask, but it is not going to go away, because interviewer needs to know which is interviewer needs to know something more about you which is not already there on your resume. I know everything you have put on the resume, you've already been spoken, but you still are facing an interview. Then you should know how to put yourself, talk about yourself. So I give them a certain pattern about how they should prepare for this common interview. And most of the time, my clients come to me before the interview so that I give them specified and customized answers, and they practice in front of me, go crack the interview. And I give them 3 steps to tell this audience today, the wonderful young people, is when you are facing this question, you will face this question. It's not going to go away. Tell me more about yourself. Tell me a little extra about yourself. In some or the other way, this question is going to come up. So think about the past, present, and future when you're answering this question or preparing for this question. Write it down in a page. Past. So, what were the projects you have worked on? What was the achievements? And how you have helped your college professor or on this project, how you have added value to those projects. Past. Then present, why you are here, what preparations you are doing currently, and why this job is important. Is it aligned to your goal or not? And how you came to know about this job interview, something about what is happening currently and how you have prepared and what you have done to come to this level. And then future, talk about future, that I am pursuing so and so other courses, or I think I can do this something, and 5 years from now I see myself like this, and with the help of your company and guidance I can achieve my future goals. So talk about past, present, and future, and prepare for this answer, and you're sure going to crack that. And apart from that, I told in the beginning what are the things you should know about your dressing, the way you talk, neatly pressed, arrive 10 minutes early, 15 to 10 minutes early, talk to a little bit of people around you, feel yourself comfortable, carry all your documents neatly, nicely in a nice file. And it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Take it a little easy. Don't worry. I know it's an interview. It is, but breathe. Don't forget to breathe consciously, and that will keep you in the momentum and in the current space to help you talk and be yourself. So breathe consciously when you're there, and also ask a little bit of question in the interview. Ask them few questions, prepare beforehand, and something comes up instantly, do ask. Don't hesitate to ask questions. What is the culture of the in the what are the what is the normal procedure to follow the next step, or anything else that is related to your job, technical questions. Do ask the interviewer. If you will be appreciated for that. And
wow.
exit gracefully, say thank you, and tell thank you for their time. Exit is important. I see a lot of people abruptly just walk away. Be careful, and exit gracefully. That is also important. So these are few things, if you keep in mind, it won't be difficult at all. You will
Wow.
be acing your interview.
Great, Kruti. That's really very, it's going to be really very helpful to the professionals or students. Now, coming back to almost we are done. And the last question normally is about book. So, can you please share the importance of book? Book I'm referring to non-technical, basically a non-technical book which impacts your life, your career. So, would you like to advise the professionals, young professionals, to just follow few of yours favorite book?
I have a lot of favorite books, and I also read a lot of self-help books. So there are a lot of books on public speaking, which I used to read. Now I read more of leadership books. But the books that have impacted me, and which I suggest that young people should also read, is "Who Moved My Cheese." Is really impactful, and keep that book handy. It's a really a small book but very impactful. Keep that book handy, and the days you don't know what to do, or you don't feel like you feel lost or something, please read that book, "Who Moved My Cheese." Another book that really has helped me is Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey. And I read books like which help me, which are soulful, like Inner Engineering by Sadhguru, and they keep me a good momentum. And yes, Who Moved My Cheese? Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. And another book that I really loved reading was by Dr. Stephen Hawkins, uh, Brief Answers to Big Questions. And that was really interesting book. It helped me gain knowledge about universe, which are commonly asked, but also about our future, how our future is going to be. So keep yourself not just restricted to certain level of books. Read variety of books and be knowledgeable. When you appear in an interview, it really shows up that how knowledgeable or well read you are. Read books from different genres and develop interest for books. I would say first develop interest for books, and you will eventually read books, start reading. Or also important is it is to read biographies and autobiographies of personalities. You will get a lot of insights from people who have already achieved great heights. What more, what can be more beautiful than that? So autobiographies is very essential, I would say, to read lives of personalities who have achieved great heights. It's important. And books are my home is full of books everywhere. So I just love reading online. Also, if I'm reading more about uh, people skills, emotional intelligence, and how to deal with people. There are a lot of blogs which you can follow, not just the books and short writes. There are some people I know don't like reading books; they get scared of books. So it's okay. Then read articles from nice magazines. Those are 5 minutes, 10 minutes read in the newspaper. Blogs, I said, there are some lot of researches put on internet. You can read, you can subscribe those things that interest you on your email, and read one or two articles a day to keep yourself updated from the industry news, keep yourself motivated by some real good authors. And I have subscribed from Robin Sharma. I get every day morning one nice emails from John C. Maxwell. Wonderful, powerful leadership lessons. I get every morning from John C. Maxwell's 1 minute with John C. Maxwell. Very powerful. It just charges me up, and I don't have to really spend time hours reading his books, which are actually wonderful books. But for that moment, I'm charged up. So subscribe and follow certain real good leaders and authors that you admire and would like to take advice from. It's easier because of the digital world. So don't just get too stuck to one thing. Use variety, use social media, use emails, and read. increase your knowledge, talk to people. You get to interact with these authors also, which is very good. So do that. That's nice.
Okay. Okay. Now, just coming back to almost the last, what is your personal advice to the youngster in the world?
Young people are it is very very easy to get distracted because of the social media and too many things that is happening around. Especially for young people it's difficult because still they need to figure out what to do in life, and I say it's okay if you haven't still figured out. It's not compulsory, or it's not a uh, big problem if you haven't figured out. Eventually you will figure out, eventually you will, and it's absolutely okay. Take it easy and find a mentor.
Okay, great. Find a mentor. That is one of the, yeah. So now, suppose a youngster want to reach you and take advice, and so what process they should be following?
I'm sorry, can you tell me more?
Yeah. Suppose the youngsters who wants your guidance in your expertise area. So, what the step they should be following? How to reach you for your advice or whatever help you can just do.
Yes, I am very, very, very active on social media. You'll find me everywhere on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Insta, and few other platforms. And drop me an email on founder at SHA, SHAH, SHA, Kruti, KRUTI.com. Drop me an email on founder at shakruti.com and follow me on all my social media. You can drop a message, and I post something every day about emotional intelligence or daily inspirations on my social media. Follow me, and you have any questions, I instantly reply. I Most of the time I instantly reply because I'm very active there. You can ask me on email. I will send out and reply to you. And my program, Young Star Plus program, will help you build those career goals and give you extra edge over others.
Oh,
And you will see that you have got elevated in your personal life as well as your professional life. And I really wish very very best to all the young people out there watching us today and everybody else. And yes, we are there to help, and it's okay, it's absolutely fine, but it's important to seek help. It's important to seek help in the faster moving world. Find the right people who will help you.
great. Oh, thanks so much, Kruti, for your very, very, you can say uh, it's a life changing, whatever small advice, if somebody will follow, it's a life changing that advice what you gave to our viewers. So it's really thank you so much for just giving time with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Upendra. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so guys, yeah, always the question came to me saying that, okay, who will give us advice or where should I go? And I used to say the same thing, okay, whatever you would like, just do some research. And people are here in the social media itself who are ready to help we all. So, same way what Kruti was saying, yeah, you can reach her also. The link is already available in the description. In future, if you are just watching a recording or live, you can just go and reach her. She will be happy to help you. And this is not only in this domain, any technical, you have to reach to the person professionals who are expert on that specific area. And yes, definitely everybody might not be replying you, but few will, and that will change your entire career. So again, thank you for watching, and we will be just coming in the next personality in the next weekend. So thank you.